Hey guys, Swamp Up here, back here with another video and another versus video. Today we are going to do Kyle Crane versus Deacon St. John from Days Gone. Dying Light versus Days Gone. And today we are going to compare their strengths and weaknesses, and we are going to see who would win in a one-on-one battle. So what we are going to have to do is we are going to have to compare their strength, their intelligence, their weaknesses, and how well they can do in a zombie apocalypse. So we are going to start off with Dying Light and Days Gone, and we are going to start off with their strength. Deacon St. John has kind of strength, but it is shown in Dying Light that Crane can snap people's necks, he can drop kick them off buildings, he can crush their heads, he can crush everything. He can beat them up, and he also is very well adapted because, as you know, he is a CIA agent and is well trained for this type of thing. But for Days Gone and Deacon's strength, he is not very well equipped for this. Yes, he is kind of strong, but in any of the game, it does not show how strong he can be. And he usually uses guns and maybe a melee. He does not very much use his fists. It's not very strong in the game shown. I would give the strength to Dying Light. Crane would win in that sort of thing. And yes. But intelligence. We are going to go in intelligence next. Intelligence-wise, Crane is very intelligent. As you know, he's a CIA agent. And CIA agents are very, very smart and very hard to come by. In fact, he knows his way around, and he has a bunch of agility and a way to adapt. And in Days Gone, intelligence is high for Deacon. He in fact knows when to back down, and he knows when to go fight. He knows what to go, in for and what to not go in for. And he knows how to talk his way out of things. And he knows some strategies and, shoot barrels and crap and stuff like that. So I'll give the intelligence to Days Gone. So that's 1 point for Dying Light, 1 point for Days Gone. Now we are going to do endurance. Endurance would be how long they can last in a fight. Now with Deacon cannot last very long because, as you know, he has guns and everything like that, which means he can run out of ammo. And with his melee weapons also can, break their durability. He can also, run out of stuff like that. And then he'll have to fight with his knife, which is not very strong, and especially against bears and everything like that. So I would, and then with Dying Light. Crane is well adapted. Like I said, he has all kinds of things to help with his endurance, and in fact, he knows how to do parkour, unlike Deacon, who does not know how to very much climb, but instead uses other things to do things like that. He also has a major abilities that we'll get into next. So I will give this to Dying Light. So now we are on to abilities. Now, their abilities are scattered throughout. With Dying Light, Crane has a multitude of abilities, but only one is very good to use, and that is his grapple hook for a major endurance and agility. That's how he will get around the battlefield, and this is how I think he will. And if he uses that, I think that's how he would probably win, but we need to get through the rest. Now, Deacon. Deacon has around a couple abilities, like Focus Shot and other things like that, as you can see in the gameplay. He also has different types of ammos he can craft. But another thing with Dying Light is that Kyle also can find blueprints around the map that can help him build stronger and better weapons. And that's another thing. He can build a stronger weapon and adapt to, Deacon's guns and stuff, and, that's there. But with Deacon's intelligence, he might be able to outsmart him with his strategies and stuff like that. So, for the abilities, Deacon has some, so I will give it a tie. Deacon has some that are very good, but also Crane does as well, so I will give both teams a point. Now we are on to the final test right here. We are on to the actual, how they do in a zombie apocalypse. Crane has done a multitude of things in the zombie apocalypse. He has gone through Dying Light, the normal game, and then he went through the following in the countryside. Now, he survived both of those before he had to sacrifice himself in the following. And in fact, he survived both of those, and he has been on, the zombie field for quite a while. But I will have to say, Days Gone also has a pretty strong thing. Deacon has been there since the beginning of the outbreak, and he has been surviving for around 3 years and adapting with his motorcycle and adapting to the new lifestyle of, the new world that they are in, turning in bounties and in fact killing a bunch of zombies to get bounties money and to restock on supplies. They also have a well-fitted fort for their, zombie apocalypse, but Crane also has a well-fitted fort, a huge tower. And even after that, I think with being in the zombie apocalypse for so long, and with the hordes of zombies, I think the hordes of zombies would overwhelm Crane, because he is used to seeing a little bit of zombies at a time. But like I said, so I would give this point to Days Gone. Now that is the end of my thing of versus Days Gone versus Dying Light. Dying Light obviously won. It's just that Crane had a lot of endurance. He didn't have much intelligence, but he did have that strength, and he was kind of well fitted, but he also had some good abilities as well, like the grappling hook. Deacon also had some good abilities like Focus Shot and everything like that, but Dying Light came out on top just by one little point. And if you guys did like this video, I will be doing more versus videos like this in the future, I hope, because these are doing decent, but it's all up to you guys. Yeah, so I will see you guys in the next